Yeah, hey, okay, I'm fresh up out the package. Sign my deal, I pay my dues. Affiliated to this paper, I need freedom for my family line. Draw my life design up like fine art. I'm jumping off just an unfamiliar coordinates. Topped off the porch like I could touch the sky. Red is not one trillion. The ism talk the water out your faucet. Look at me flossing, I'm so wavy, I could change the tide. My intuition sense the hatred in your ways. You imitated, forging lines, claim meaning means that's just to justify. Yeah, right. West side boy, maritime. Creole baby, my bloodline. My lungs clouded, my thoughts crowded. Say all I see is these dollar signs. Finna make a play and that sound delay. On mamas, I testify. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Game recognized game. I'm from the Bay, okay, I'm versatile and my slang's different. I'm lane switching with the same people that I came up in this thing with. My head swivel, I'm homebound. Got a target back on my backside. The cat peeling with the cast iron. Better run for it, run before I catch you. Niggas out ball it, block it. Trying to stop my blessing. Gamble with your luck, don't bet it, don't bet it. They can't stop my blessing. You do best not to test it. Yeah, you right. Real all in my blood supply. To get ball up top, finna make a play. I cast a lob like I'm Jalen, baby. No co-signer, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign. If I say it twice, then I meant it right.
My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign. You know, co-signer, no co-pilot. They pentiles, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign.
Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking. All right, so shout out to everybody who's in the building early. It's good to see each and every one of you. If you can hear me okay, please give me a thumbs up or a radiation emoji in the chat. If you cannot hear me or things look and sound bad, please give me a thumbs down or an angry face. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to shout out everybody who is in the building early. All right. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Good to see you as always, Brooklyn Queen. And shout out to the other people who are in the comment section who have not said anything yet. How rude. How rude. Wouldn't you agree, Brooklyn Queen? How rude. Sheesh. If you're going to be part of the new oligarchy, if you're going to be part of the new elite, you have to, at the very least, learn some elegance, because we're not going to surround ourselves with savages, right? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to my man, AB Promotions. What's good with it, bro? All right. So we got to talk about a couple things. Should we start off offensive or not? If we should start off offensive, give me a thumbs up. If we should not start off offensive, give me a thumbs down. If we should not be offensive, just tell me not to be offensive, and I won't. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to AB. AB said, how dare you? Salutations. Yeah, we're not going to be amongst the ruffians. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to be amongst the ruffians and trash. You know what I'm saying? This is high class over here. The new lay. You know what I'm saying? The new oligarchy. Right. So we should start off offensive. All right, we're going to start off very offensive. The first offensive comment that we're going to make is I'm going to ask you guys, shout out to the people who actually invest, not the people that watch from the sidelines, the people that actually invest. What has paid you more? Return on reparations or return on investment? Let me know in the chat. That's my question. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen got the monocle on. That's what's up. Looking like the Monopoly woman. That's right. Fresh money. Fresh money. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to call you, money. You know what I'm saying? Money. Money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Bitcoin Queen 125. That's what's up. Yeah, that's the question, man. You know what I'm saying? What has paid you more so far? Now, what's fascinating is that there's more people that watch the content of people who claim they're going to get them some type of financial results. And shout out to the people who actively invest, because investment is not a spectator sport. You know what I'm saying? Who actively invest and have actually got return on watch hours. Yeah, shout out to AB, Brooklyn Queen. Or AB said Bitcoin. Yeah, facts. If you guys agree with AB, give me a thumbs up. If you disagree, give me a thumbs down. I just think that that's interesting. What do you guys think about this metric? The more your return on investment increases, the more the amount of people who watch the channel decreases. What does that say about people's intelligence? What do you guys think? Well, speaking of increasing and decreasing, let's take a look at how much it costs to buy a house. There it is. Right there. All right. So I'm gonna take the banner off real quick so that you guys can see the years. Okay. You guys see the years down there? In 2012, it cost 33,952 Bitcoin to purchase a home. Now, this is in 2012. These are 4 years, each halving, right? In 2016, it cost 587 Bitcoin to purchase a home. In 2020, it cost 33 Bitcoin to purchase a home. Average home cost, of course. In 2025, it costs 4.5 Bitcoin. Let me ask you guys this question. How much will it cost in 2029 to purchase a home? Now, people who complain about the cost of living going up tend to not store their value in an asset that causes the cost of living to go down. Because if you save your money in Bitcoin, it clearly, undeniably, with evidence right here on the screen, causes your cost of living to go down. Shout out to AB. AB says 2.5 Bitcoin. I think it'll be way less than 2.5 Bitcoin. And the reason why I think it'll be way less than 2.5 Bitcoin, because as you can see here, these are, each time it decreases after the halving period, these are significantly less than half, right? 587 is significantly less than 33,952. 33 is significantly less than 587. And 4.5 is significantly less than 33. So I would say, I don't know, it might cost maybe like 1/10 of a Bitcoin or something like that. Maybe 20% of a Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? In 2029. That's 4 years from now. So I got to ask you guys this question. Why would you not save your money in Bitcoin? Why would you not get return on watch time? We know why. We know why. Right? We know why. What's the answer? Pretty easy, right? Pretty easy. It's not that difficult. But I guess to a lot of people it is. A lot of people seem to have a very difficult time building wealth. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen says, I think it will be less as well. Satoshi homes and condos incoming. Right. And if you've got a tenth of a Bitcoin, you've got what? 10 million Satoshis? You got 10 million Satoshis if you got a tenth of a Bitcoin, so you'd be pretty well off. 4 years. So you got to wait. Keep stacking. 4 years. Right? That's just too difficult for some people. It's so difficult that it caused people to leave the channel. Isn't that crazy? What does that tell you? What does that tell you? I don't know what that tells you, but I think we picked some good meme coins. I think we picked some good meme coins. Bonk has been chosen to be one of the corporate treasury coins. How many people heard about this? If you guys heard about this, give me a thumbs up. If you have not heard about this, give me a thumbs down. Looks like corporations are trying to practice the meme crow strategy too. Safety Shot establishes Bonk corporate treasury with $25 million token allocation. Safety Shot cited Bonk's Solana blockchain foundation as a key factor in the treasury decision. Now, you know, I mean, Solana was available if they like Solana like that, right? It's kind of interesting. Bonk. Okay. Right? I mean, all right. Sure. We know to buy a little bit more bonk. I know we already got some, but you know, we'll buy a little bit more. Right? Safety Shot announced on August 11th that the creation of a corporate bonk treasury. All right, you see this? Receiving $25 million in tokens through a strategic alliance with bonk founding contributors. Okay. The NASDAQ listed company issued $35 million in convertible preferred shares as consideration for the allocation. The arrangement positions Safety Shot among a growing cohort of public companies adopting altcoin treasury strategies beyond traditional Bitcoin holdings. And imagine this, they're calling it traditional Bitcoin holdings. This has been going on long enough to where we can call it a tradition. Now, you know, we got to do this, right? Governments are buying cryptocurrency. Corporations are buying cryptocurrency. Who's not buying cryptocurrency? Let me know in the chat. Who's not buying cryptocurrency? It's just too difficult. It's just too difficult to, you know what I'm saying, go on Cash App and set it to automatically round up, you know, and save some Bitcoin for you on the side, or, you know, allocate just $10. It's just too much. It's just too much. Well, I'm going to say this. If it's just too much and we've done everything that we've done, we deserve what we have and everybody else deserves what they don't have, right? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. So that's where we at. Let me ask you guys this question. How much of your Bitcoin do you plan on giving to charity? How much do you plan on giving to the Salvation Army? You plan on giving any charity Bitcoin out? I'll be the first one to say, no, I'm not. Recent corporate altcoin moves include BitOrigin arranging a $500 million purchase for Dogecoin and SharpLink disclosing nearly 600,000 in Ethereum. Now, I haven't heard of this company called BitOrigin. If you guys have heard of this company called BitOrigin, give me a thumbs up. If you have not heard of this company called BitOrigin, give me a thumbs down. I haven't heard of this company. Yeah, I'm not. Shout out to AB, shout out to Brooklyn Queen. I'm not giving away any Bitcoin to charity. And I'm not charitably helping people understand anything either. Did that long enough. This strategic partnership represents the first stage of a much broader corporate evolution for our company. By aligning with one of the most exciting ecosystems in digital assets, we are taking a bold first step. Now, I want to ask you guys this question. Shout out to AB. Hell to the nah fact. Shout out to Cameron. What's good with it, bro? Does everybody see the world evolving? Let me ask you guys this question. When you know how active you are and involved in trying to study these things and pick out the right tokens, and you see the hard work that you've done, the returns, not spending extra money, putting the extra money into cryptocurrency, and then when you see people act like they can't process this or they can't understand, how does it make you guys feel? What do you guys think? When you hear people say just stupid, idiotic stuff, how do you feel about it? You guys remember that song that Tupac made for the Above the Rim soundtrack called Pain? I feel your pain. Share it with me. The partnership includes plans for expanded collaboration across the Solana ecosystem as Safety Shot develops its digital asset infrastructure. I wonder if they'll be purchasing any ZBEC network. Technical infrastructure drives selection. Safety Shot cited Bonk's Solana blockchain foundation as a key factor in the treasury decision. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. If you the cryptocurrency world is fascinating, right? It's just kind of bizarre, right? I'm still trying to figure out why companies haven't decided to start using Atom, Cosmos, or even Kronos as a corporate treasury. To me, those assets are almost like engineered for that type of thing, and you really don't hear like Bonk is just you can definitely get a lot of nice returns on meme coins, but it's not what I would think of as a first choice. I mean, they even passed up Solana to get Bonk. You know what I mean? So the company noted Bonk's high-speed, low-cost transaction capabilities provide advantages over Ethereum-based competitors like Shiba Inu and Pepe, which they claimed face network congestion and elevated fees. Bonk held a market capitalization exceeding $2 billion as of press time, making it the 5th largest meme coin. All right. So you guys remember when Bonk was a very little known coin? And I was like, hey, pick up some Bonk. You guys remember that? You listen to some crypto content creators, they tell you all meme coins are bad. You listen to some content creators in general, they tell you cryptocurrency is a scam. You stay with Beastmark Financial. Will definitely keep your soul safe. Right? The allocation follows Safety Shot's debt settlement and balance sheet optimization, which left the company with over $15 million in cash reserves. the bonk tokens will serve as core treasury assets within Safety Shot's broader digital asset strategy. Now, I've got to ask this question, all right? And, we've got enough people to be answering questions in the comment section, but everybody's just sitting still. Shout out to Cameron and shout out to AB and shout out to Brooklyn Queen, the brave souls, right? But everybody's just sitting around letting flies land on them. Don't do that, right? If you see businesses and if you see countries creating a corporate digital asset strategy in order to try and preserve what little wealth you have, what might be something that might be, that might not be a bad idea to look into. Shout out to Cameron. Hey, we gotta do it, bro. We gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? Corporate cryptocurrency treasury adoption has accelerated throughout 2025, with companies diversifying beyond Bitcoin into XRP corporate treasury commitments are also increased through companies like Trident Digital, Webis International, and Vivo Power International, demonstrating institutional appetites for Bitcoin alternatives. I want you guys to understand this. For a long time, the cryptocurrency market was 100% retail. Do you guys remember that? If you guys remember that, give me a thumbs up. If you don't remember that, give me a thumbs down. For a long time, the cryptocurrency market was 100% retail. And you see where the prices went. The prices, for the most part, today are a result of 100% retail. We are now entering the first stages of institutional FOMO, actual institutional FOMO, with billions of dollars to put into the market. Where are prices going, ladies and gentlemen? This is my question. Where are prices going? Shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor, take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and also please share the stream to your social media. Shout out to Adventurous Guide to the Galaxy. What's good with it, bro? Windtree Therapeutics secured agreements for up to $200 million to establish Binance BNB reserves, while Summit Biotherapeutics earmarked $583 million in hype tokens for balance sheet deployment. So again, my question is, if people see companies are starting to hold their wealth in digital assets, what should people be doing? Yeah, I wouldn't. If you guys agree with Adventurous Guide to the Galaxy, prices are about to go wild. Give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree and you think the price is about to go somewhere else, then let me know. There's still people out there that say that the price is going to zero. Bitcoin has traveled a long way from zero. It's a long way back down. Now, we got to talk about Standard Chartered. How many people remember I did a live stream, and the title of the live stream was Standard Chartered Guts Ethereum Prediction? You guys remember that? If you guys remember that, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. This article was published March 17th of 2025, and we'll be looking at a couple of these. Standard Chartered has changed their tune. Okay? Standard Chartered has changed their tune. Now, all this time, even as I voiced my frustrations with Ethereum, what have I always said about Ethereum? Don't sell your Ethereum. Buy as much as you can and stake it. Hasn't that always been my rule with Ethereum? You guys remember just a couple months ago when Ethereum had fell to $1,800? What did I say? Buy up as much Ethereum as you can at $1,800. Buy as much as you can. Now is an opportunity for you to be able to get a whole Ethereum token. Isn't that what I said? If you guys would agree that that's what I said, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree and you don't think that's not what I said something different, and give me a thumbs down. The stream is still up. You know, people can look at it if they want. We're going to look at what Standard Chartered said. Now, what I'm trying to figure out is, why does Standard Chartered have more clientele than Beastmark Financial? And Beastmark Financial said, hey, don't sell your Ethereum. Hey, don't sell your soul. Hey, don't sell your Bitcoin. And when I say don't sell your soul, that's SOL. Talking about Solana, right? I would like to know, with predictions this bad, predictions this inaccurate, why is it that Beastmark Financial is not great and Standard Chartered has cherry wood offices, marble floors, and locations all throughout the world? I want to know. I want you guys to explain to me why that is. Why is that? Standard Chartered. Now, again, right, we're going to take a look at this. This is from March 17th of 2025. Standard Chartered drops 2025 Ethereum price estimate by 60% to 4,000. Standard Chartered told its clients Ethereum is catching a falling knife. That's what Standard Chartered told its clients. Standard Chartered in March gutted their Ethereum price prediction by 60%. Since then, Ethereum has increased by 60%. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said, I have a cherry desk, so we're almost there. That's what's good. You know, we definitely got to have gargoyles on the building. How many people vote for gargoyles on the building for Beastmark Financial? If you vote for gargoyles on the building for Beastmark Financial, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't want gargoyles, give me a thumbs down. We getting gargoyles with horns on them on the corners of the buildings. You know what I'm saying? Now, I want to ask you guys this question. How many people would agree with this? Ethereum is like catching a falling knife. I don't know if I would go as far as to say all that. I would say Ethereum can be frustrating at times, but I wouldn't go as far as to say all that. It's like catching a falling knife, really? Yeah, it's kind of extreme. It's kind of extreme. Ethereum price is down more than 52% from its December 2024 high of 4,107. And data from TradingView shows Ethereum down 42% since the start of 2025. Okay. Despite being one of the largest cryptocurrencies by market capitalization, see this, and holding the dominant spot as the leader in Web3 and DeFi, many analysts believe that Ethereum's price prospects remain grim in the short term. How long is the short term? How long is the short term? Because somebody could then turn around and say, well, it's been 5 months since then. Well, what's the short term? What are we talking about as far as short term? If you're in crypto and you're in crypto the right way, then all of your investments are long term. There is no short term investment. Right? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. So what do these analysts know? Crypto analyst and chartered market technician Askil Kibar warned traders against assuming that Ethereum price trades at a discount simply based on how far off it is from its average trading price. I wonder, does this guy still have a job? I guarantee you this guy gets paid more than me. This guy gets paid more than me to give his clients bad advice than I get paid to give good advice. I just want y'all to just understand that. How do you guys feel about that? Yeah, you guys don't care, right? It's not a sunk cost, or it's not an opportunity cost for you guys. How do you guys feel about premium pay mediocrity? Shout out to Windows and Rug. What's good with you, bro? Premium pay mediocrity from Standard Charter. How you guys feel about it? On X, Kibar explained that bottom reversals take time, given that all that supply needs to be accumulated. Now, as we know, even during this time, people were accumulating. They've been accumulating. So I don't know what this guy was talking about. Those of you, look at this. Those of you that want to see Ethereum outperform Bitcoin need to see similar price action to 2018-2020 period. After an extended downtrend, price formed a double bottom late in 2019. Then it turned out to be a larger scale H&S bottom reversal. Okay? This aged horribly, which is why we got to bring it back up. This aged horribly. Now, what I want people to do is I want people to find content that I've made that aged horribly. The only content that I've ever made that aged horribly is when I was under the delusion that people actually wanted to deal with societal issues. But even then, my assessments of the situation didn't age horribly. It's just the valuation aged horribly. I wasted a lot of time. I didn't realize people just wanted banter. I thought people wanted action. I was wrong. But I was wrong about the people. I wasn't wrong about the analysis. You know what I'm saying? Currently, Ethereum's chart does not show any type of bottoming formation, leading Kibar to compare trading Ethereum to catching a fallen knife. Man, this aged horribly. Standard Charter chops 2025 Ethereum price call to 4,000. They said that 4,000 would be the 2025 high. What do you guys think about that? Let me ask you guys this question. How many of you all think that $4,000 will be the 2025 Ethereum high? If you think that, give me a thumbs up. If you don't think that, give me a thumbs down. Now, here's my question. How did Standard Charter come to this conclusion? Is my question. Standard Charter added to the dim outlook via a March 17th client letter, which revised down their end of 2025 Ethereum price estimate from $10,000 to $4,000, a drastic 60% reduction. Imagine all of the people who stopped buying for $10,000 because they thought it was going to $4,000 because of the word of Standard Charter. Now, imagine if all of the people had bought some Ethereum when I said, keep buying Ethereum. I just want to know what you guys think. I want you guys to pay attention. Do you all see the purposeful idiotic decisions that people make, I want to make sure that you guys see it. So now here it says Geoff Kendrick, the bank's global head of digital assets research, said, "We expect Ethereum to continue its structural decline." Yeah, what? Upward? Maybe they were looking at the charts upside down. This person, Geoff Kendrick, probably gets paid hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. And people don't even have the decency to give me more than 10 people in my chat. And you could have made unlimited amounts of money if you had to listen to my live stream about this horrendously incorrect prediction. Now, what's the excuse? What's the excuse, ladies and gentlemen? There's people right now, of the people that stopped watching my content, that would pay Standard Chartered to invest for them and won't listen to my YouTube videos and talk about how proud they are. I want you to see transparently, look through how fake, dumb, and pathetic these people are. I want you all to see it so that there can be no questions about why people are broke. Sit there broke because you deserve it. You deserve paycheck to paycheck purgatory. And you deserve to be a human resource to make other people rich. Because people don't want to be rich. I'm going to keep saying it. And no one's going to stop me from saying it. And I'm going to start saying it in an even worse way. Now, I want to ask you guys this question. How is it that everybody got the information that Standard Chartered said, but nobody heard what Beastmark Financial said? Oh, how's the word going to get out when only, you only got 6 or 7 people listening to the word? How's that going to happen? Your people won't make you great. I will continue to say that. And the reason why no one will refute it is because they know that it's correct. It's pathetic. It is pathetic. Let me ask you guys this question. How much money could have been made here? What's the opportunity cost of this? I would say that this is a habitual backdrop, if you ask me. Because you will sit there and you will have somebody say, well, I don't understand how to do this. And then you have somebody that gives a complete tutorial on how to do it. And the only thing that they can say is how long the content is. What do you think should happen to people like this? I want everybody to know. I want everybody to tell me what you all think should happen to people who drop bags like this. What do you guys think? But this is pathetic, man. We need somebody to tell us about finance. Okay, somebody told you about finance. You know what I'm saying? And what did people do with it? Shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug, right? When I did that stream, the quick stream about XRP, grab some XRP, double the profit, right? We don't get no multitude of people doing that. And so we don't have a multitude of rich people. Shout out to Adventurer's Guide to the Galaxy. Adventurer's Guide to the Galaxy said they say the content is too long, but I bet that a person has unending knowledge of a sports team or other nonsense. Yeah. And they listen to the radio all day. And what's interesting about it is that when it comes to other sectors of quote unquote humanity, long form podcasts are the most popular form of content. Podcast. Shout out to, I think it was AB Promotions that dropped the article in the Discord talking about how podcasts have eclipsed the radio. So, the length, it's not an excuse. At least according to the ladies, I thought length was a good thing. I guess, what I'm saying, 2025, everything is different. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said they deserve to stay poor. Facts. That's what I was looking for. They deserve to stay poor. They deserve to stay poor. There comes a time when attempting to help, quote unquote, and they call this quote unquote less fortunate, it has opportunity costs associated with it. These people are not actually less fortunate. They're less disciplined. They're less attentive. They're lower quality. They're less regimented. Yeah, see? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Exactly. That's what I've heard. You know what I'm saying? That's various ladies have told me that. Okay, So, like I said, 2025, things kind of different. That's kind of different. So now here it says Kendrick cited lower Ethereum fees, a higher net issuance, and layer 2 blockchains, quote unquote, taking Ethereum's GDP as an unexpected result of the Dinkin upgrade, adding to their observation of Base absorbing Ethereum's fee revenue, Kendrick said. I don't know where they got any of this information. In particular, Base, a layer 2 that was developed to address the problem of scalability on Ethereum, is passing all the profits it extracts to Coinbase, its corporate owner. Okay. Look at this. Related, long-term Ethereum accumulation could unwind if Ethereum price falls below $1,900, says analyst. It did fall below $1,900, and people continued to accumulate. And now we just had the story about all of those unknown whales accumulating the massive amounts of Ethereum. People fall for this kind of stuff all the time. Let me ask y'all this question. Why do people fall for this stuff? You guys never notice how there's a pattern? We're going to go in on this particular token for months and months and months and say how horrible it's doing, say how bad it's doing. And then out of nowhere, all of these companies start buying up all of this token, and then the articles come out saying how good it is. You guys don't notice that pattern? Shout out to Al. What's good with it, bro? If you guys notice that pattern, give me a thumbs up. If you don't notice that pattern, give me a thumbs down. Months and months and months and months and months on end, they'll go in on these coins. Ethereum is going to zero. Next thing you know, Tom Lee is like, I got, 600,000-700,000 Ethereum. I think it's the best thing in the world. We're raising $20 billion to get more Ethereum. Wait a minute. I thought all the articles just said that this was horrible. You guys don't notice that? Van Eck, head of digital assets research, Matthew Siegel, and Patrick Brush, the firm's senior analyst on digital assets, concur with the dim Ethereum price view, held by many analysts. And again, why? In a March 5th note to investors, the researchers cited Ethereum's decline as being, quote unquote, largely due to the erosion of the core factors that once made Ethereum valuable. And what is that? What is that? Let's pause on this right here. What are they talking about? The erosion of what core factors that once made Ethereum valuable? What of Ethereum had eroded at this time other than the price? What's interesting about this is at this time, Ethereum was maybe, I want to say maybe 40% of its all-time high or something like that. Literally everything was like 40% of its all-time high. Like Bitcoin was the only thing trading at the all-time high. Everything was doing bad. Like Solana was around, I want to say Solana was around $130 around this time. You know what I'm saying? So that's about 50% of Solana's all-time high. Solana's all-time high is like 290. Everything in some stuff is still way below 50% of the all-time high. So despite the fact that the price had went down significantly because Ethereum is so big, as far as where it was trading at a similar place to all the other cryptos. You know what I'm saying? Cardano was trading at under 50% of the all-time high. Algorand. The only thing that has been trading at 95% of the all-time high is Bitcoin. That's the only thing. Ethereum was proportionately trading at about the same place where the other cryptocurrencies were trading at. Polygon's nowhere near its all-time high. Crow, I'm saying, it's nowhere near its all-time high. Atom, nowhere near its all-time high. Everything was in the dumps. You know what I'm saying? What, largely due to the erosion of core factors that once made Ethereum valuable. What are they? What are the core factors? Where's the bullet points that should come after this? The analysts again cited layer 2 blockchains, Arbitrum and Base, as catalysts in diminishing Ethereum's fee revenue, along with the popularity of meme coin trading on the Solana blockchain. What's that have to do with anything? This was a bad analysis. And you can tell that it was a bad analysis because they came with vague points. Oh, just the Ethereum's just not the same anymore. Yes, it is. What are you talking about? We're just going to say Ethereum's not the same anymore. It actually is, though. You know what I'm saying? Plus some upgrades. It is the same. What's different about it? Another article, March 17th of 2025. Standard Chartered cuts 2025 Ethereum price target by 60% to 4,000. Now, why is it that when other content creators will be like, I told you guys this, I told you guys this, I told you guys this, comment section goes crazy. Yeah, yeah. I ask during this time, what did I tell you guys to do? Stillmatic like Nas. It'd be a different story if all of those content creators, the ones that people go crazy in the comment section for, it'd be crazy if they had a revenue per watch hour ratio. But they don't. You don't make any money watching their shit. How little or how much money you make watching my shit is up to you. Up to you only. You can make as much money as you want, or you can sit there like a lump on the log. You know what I'm saying? The choice is yours. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Facts. If you guys agree with Brooklyn Queen, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. When Ethereum was $1,800, I said buy as much Ethereum as you can. I'm going to be buying as much Ethereum as I can while it's 1,800. That's what I'm going to do. I don't care what Standard Charter says. Shout out to Lloyd Sky 9. I remember me and Lloyd Sky 9, we had a debate in the Discord. And he was, I hope he didn't, but he was considering selling his Ethereum. And I was like, man, I'm telling you, just keep buying Ethereum. Keep buying Ethereum. He made a good case, you know, for selling it, for what he wanted to do. Me personally, though, I said, in my opinion, the best course of action would be to just, whatever of any other kind of cryptocurrency you want, just try to buy that outside of what your Ethereum holdings are and keep buying Ethereum. I've done videos where I've roasted Ethereum because I'm so impatient with the price action, so frustrated with it. But I never, ever, ever said to sell Ethereum. I always say, as frustrated as I am with Ethereum, I'm about to go buy some more. Because I already know where it's going. I want to ask you guys this question. Where is it going? Where's Ethereum going? You guys saw the $60,000 price prediction. I don't know about all that, like, in the near term. That's kind of, you know what I'm saying, like, it's kind of wild. We got 4 months to get this $25 XRP. We got 4 months to get this $9 Cardano. I don't know about all that. Right. Facts. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Facts. They only publish these articles for retail. Beastmark Financial will always do the opposite. Facts. We give you guys a good breakdown with actual explanations. Look at this. Look at the Ethereum price right there. Look at it. 4,007. Look at that. Look at the Ethereum price right above this idiotic title. $4,711 and climbing. Look at Solana doing crazy. Solana's going ham. Yeah, year-end target 4,000? I think not. I think not. This did not age very well. March 17th of 2025. Let me ask you guys this question. How much do you guys think the people at Standard Charter make? You think they make more than the people at Beastmark? Now, I thought that the Beastmark was supposed to be up here tricking people. Right? That's what, at least that's what it says. But it looks like Standard Charter tricked people. Standard Charter tricked people so that the corporations could buy up all the Ethereum. Shout out to AV Promotion. AV Promotion said this article is done. It's a wrap. It's washed. Yeah. They're on the phone right now. Oh, look at that. Those bastards over there at Beastmark Financial. They've got our article up where we just had the worst, most inaccurate prediction about Ethereum. Get our attorneys on the phone immediately. Yeah, get our attorneys on the phone immediately so I can do what? Take down the article that you guys wrote? Oh, man. Well, I hate to be a devil's advocate. Not really. But this is bad business. Bad business. It makes them look so bad. Look at Litecoin going crazy. Ethereum has gone up about $11 since I posted this, since we put this page up. Just saying $4,724 now. It just keeps going up. It just keeps going further and further away from $4,000. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, I want you guys to understand this, right? When it comes to Standard Chartered clients pay them hundreds of thousands of dollars. People will sit there and be like, "We's don'ts has knows by this tool shows us how to do any of these things." And you can sit here and watch this shit for free. You could have made as much money as you put in. The expert said, "Here's your experts. Here's your expert right here. See that? This Ethereum done went up to 4,035 in just that amount of time. Here go your expert." Real quick, shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit the bell, share the stream, do all the basics that we have to repeat every video. Yeah, man. Standard Chartered messed up big time. Now they about to get roasted. Standard Chartered has cut its 2025 price target for Ether to 4,000, pointing to factors like Base's growing market share. What do Base have to? Somebody was smoking some Base. We estimate that Base, the dominant layer 2, has removed $50 billion of market cap from Ethereum alone, said Standard Chartered's Jeffrey Kenrick. Now, Jeffrey Kenrick should become famous for this Ethereum price prediction. He should become famous. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs up. Now, I want you guys to look at Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin up here, right? You see Bitcoin, $120,577 is how much Bitcoin is. Bitcoin has not gone like below 95% of the all-time high for like months. And that's just astonishing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just wow. I mean, look at how small the percentage gain on Bitcoin is, and because how big Bitcoin is, to look at the price movements, it's not even a whole percent up. And look at the price movements. Like, it's just wild to look at. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, it hasn't gone below like 95% of the all-time high. That's in months, and that's just wow. I mean, there's got to be like a crazy price hike. Bitcoin is just gotta like out of nowhere just skyrocket one day, because I mean, you can't just create a new floor every day at 95% of the all-time high and then just not like skyrocket, because it's not, because if Bitcoin is trading sideways at the all-time highs, it's not even testing any new levels. You know what I'm saying? So what would be the new level that Bitcoin would test? Like, it's just amazing to think about. So yeah, I don't think we need to look at this anymore. We already know about this nonsense. I just want to show everybody the articles, the article evidence, something that people, they always be saying they were the first to the party, say that they do, but they don't really come with the evidence. It's all like that. So let's take a look here. Shout out to my man Carlton. There you go, the founder of Beastmark Financial. There he is. Took an extra long bloodbath this morning, huh? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shout out to AB Promotions. AB Promotions said, Rob, I like expensive and nice things. I like stunting on ninjas. I can't help it, but I do it because of all the work and time I put in. Investing and saving in Bitcoin is second to none. I agree. If you guys agree with AB Promotions, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. Yeah, he took an extra long bloodbath this morning. Beastmark Financial is in the house. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Facts. We put your soul into our investments. Man, people are so stupid. You know what I'm saying? They're so damn dumb. You can't, like, you can't make it up. You can't make it up. So here's the one that's more proof. Standard Chartered cut the Ethereum price forecast, right? But wait for it, though. They flip-flop just like everybody does. They flip-flop just like everybody does. And then they acted like they didn't say this. All of a sudden, Standard Chartered's got the advice for the financial community. You know what I'm saying? They got the advice for the financial community. We's the voices of the financial community. Beast. Facts. Oh man. We put your soul into our investments. Now look at what Standard Charter is talking about today. You know what I'm saying? How did those bad price predictions affect anybody that's alive today? Huh? How did those horrible price predictions affect anybody that's alive today? Standard Charter lifts year-end Ethereum forecast to $7,500. That's a little bit more safe. They wasn't going to leave that $4,000 one hanging out there. They wasn't going to leave that $4,000 error hanging out there. Look at this. Standard Chartered raised its year-end target for Ether to 7,500 from 4,000 on Wednesday, citing improvement in industry engagement and uptick in holdings of the cryptocurrency in recent months. People were uptick in holding it back then, and citing improvement in industry engagement because of treasuries. What about whales that were already accumulating? What happened to the factors that, quote unquote, deteriorated over time? What did they somehow make a sudden U-turn and now they're not deteriorating? Like, what is this? The brokerage's new year-end target represents a premium of near 60% from Ethereum's more than 3.5-year high of 4,700 on Wednesday. So basically what Standard Chartered has says is that Ethereum could be plus or minus 60% by the end of the year. I mean, that's I guess. Yeah. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said World Liberty Financial being one of those whales. Do you guys remember all of the articles that we read associated with Trump? Like Trump bought like $20 million in wrapped Ethereum. Trump buys, like $100 million in Ethereum. A wallet associated with Trump just transferred $100 million in Ethereum. Do you guys remember all those articles? What are they talking about that people weren't buying Ethereum? I guarantee that's not what the on-chain analytics said. It's not what the on-chain analytics said. Where'd they get this? The world's second largest cryptocurrency has become the token of choice for those looking for more active returns. Unlike Bitcoin, which solely relies on price appreciation, Ethereum can be used in staking. It always could. It's been able to be used in staking for years. This is what I was saying. Like, when I'm like, man, what are they talking about? All they got to do is just keep buying it and staking it. Like, they said that there was like significant deterioration. Like, what was the significant deterioration? Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said, I remember those associated wallets. Yeah. Every week an article will come out, a wallet associated with Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, bought like $30 million of wrapped Ethereum. Like, there's never not been anybody buying Ethereum. Even back then, people were saying how little Ethereum was left on exchanges. So if there's very little Ethereum left on exchanges, then what that means is that either people have to be buying it or people have to be holding it. That's not getting up and walking off of the exchanges. Right? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. To the person that just unsubscribed. I said, shout out to the person that just unsubscribed. Try driving down the freeway, wrong way. What's wrong with people? Right. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said this article is supposed to be helping their case. You know what's fascinating about it? They don't need any help with their case. Like, they're not losing any customers. I'm losing subscribers. And that's the crazy thing. Anti-wealthy, yeah. Anti-wealthier. But then they'll want some help. You won't even give back. Yeah, I'm actually giving back what I was given, and that's a big fat zero. Yeah, I am giving back. You see how I'm sitting here watching you suffer? This is called reciprocity. Right? Reciprocity. I am giving back. Remember how I didn't get the time of day? That's exactly what you're going to not get when we get paid. Right. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Right. Deuces. All right. So now here it says, look at this. Ethereum has soared over 50% in the past 4 weeks. So remember when Ethereum, how many people remember, and I've asked this multiple times, how many people remember when Ethereum was $1,800? We're gonna test out. We're gonna put Carlton on the spot. Right. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said they're probably part of the Wrench gang. Live with Wrench. Right. Probably part of the Wrench gang and not the channel moderators. You know what I'm saying? What did I say when Ethereum was at $1,800? Buy as much ETH as you can while it's at $1,800. You'd probably be able to get a full Ethereum. And what else did I say? I said, do you guys remember before Bitcoin was at, like, in 2017 when it went to 20,000? It was at like 5,000. Then it had went down to like 1,500, and it stayed at 1,500 for a long time. And then it just shot up out of nowhere to like 20,000. And I was like, Bitcoin is looking a lot like Ethereum. And Tom Lee actually said that too. But I remember this though. I remember 2017. That's when it was only 4 coins on Coinbase. That's when only Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Litecoin were on Coinbase. People would never imagine a Coinbase with only 4 coins. But it actually used to only be Bitcoin on there. None of these people making any of these predictions ever transacted on a Coinbase that only had 4 coins. You know what I'm saying? That's why they they don't really get to stuff. Ether has soared over 50% in the past 4 weeks. I told people to buy Ether. Helped by the passage of the Genius Act, a law to create regulatory regime for dollar-pegged cryptocurrencies known as stablecoins. Prices of other crypto assets also rose on hopes that the law would lead to increased acceptance. We project by this, look at this. Now, this should help to guide our investment strategy because this is significant, right? Despite the fact that Geoff said it. We project that the stablecoin sector will grow by around 8x by end 2028, which means that we need to have a $200,000 investment, assuming that 8x is where we're going to go, and able to hit another million in 2028. Right. Shout out to Carlton. Now they have all the coins. Listen, most people don't even know XRP was on Coinbase and then it got taken off of Coinbase. It's like ancient cryptocurrency history. Then it got put back on there. Most stablecoins are issued and transacted on the underlying Ethereum blockchain, driving up demand for Ethereum to pay for transaction fees. Ethereum's long-term growth depends on using its main blockchain, Layer 1, for high-value transactions, especially those tied to traditional finance, Kendrick said, adding that a big boost in Layer 1's capacity would help make this possible. The brokerage raised its 2028 year-end Ether forecast to $25,000 from $7,500. They thought that Ethereum wouldn't be 7,500 until 2028. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said, "Word on the street is that XRP is older than Bitcoin." If that's the case, if that's the case, and XRP is older than Bitcoin, that just tells me I need to keep buying Bitcoin. What that tells me is I need to buy less XRP and I need to buy even more Bitcoin than I already do. That's what that tells me. That's a strange flex. Hashtag strange flex. We's the oldest cryptocurrency. Why are you still only $3 then? You know what I'm saying? Hashtag familiar logic. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask y'all this. What would Neely Fuller Jr. say about XRP? Talking about how it was the original crypto. Hey, what would Neely Fuller Jr. say about XRP? So they're talking about I was the original cryptocurrency, and Bitcoin has only been around for 10 years, and it's $100,000, and you're only 3. Somebody could ask that, right? Somebody could ask that. I'm just saying. Yeah. I don't know if XRP is the oldest crypto or not. I don't know. But if it is, it's got a lot of explaining to do. Beastmark. Oh man, Beastmark. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. Oh wee. Oh wee. You know what I'm saying? I guess XRP was the first cryptocurrency. I guess XRP was the first cryptocurrency indigenous to the United States' financial system too. Okay. All right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's why XRP had to make their own stable coin, because we can't use no tether. You know what I'm saying? We can't we can't use no tether. You know what I'm saying? So XRP had to make some stable coins for us. Oh man. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. So what y'all think about this $25,000 2028 price prediction? $25,000. 4 years. 4 years. Right? The expectation is that Ethereum will be $25,000 in 4 years. We only got 4 years. Many of us have already had our Ethereum for that long. So if you have 4 Ethereum in 4 years, you should be sitting on $100,000. Shout out to AB. AB said can't use Tether. We got to check the trend lines. Check the trend lines. You know what I'm saying? That's not a Ripple trend line. You know what I'm saying? It's not a Ripple trend line. Suspect. Shout out to Tim. What's good with it, bro? Yeah. So Kendrick also sees a potential for Ethereum treasury companies to increase their holdings of the token to 10% of all Ether in circulation. Okay. So, you know, again, I'm not seeing anything really impressive from this Standard Charter year-end prediction. They have no idea what's going on, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not impressed by this prediction at all. And again, listen, Standard Charter is saying that Ethereum will be $25,000 possibly by 2028. I don't know. I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? I mean, it's possible. It's it's possible. I don't know. I don't know. Now look at this. Look at this. Now this article came out today, as you guys can see. See, August 13th, 2025. Okay. Why Standard Charter now sees Ethereum hitting $25,000 within 30 months. Let me ask you guys this. So what this means is that if you have 4 ETH in 30 months, 4 ETH should give you $100,000. 4 ETH. Now, let me ask you guys this question. How many people can afford to drop money on 4 ETH? Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said, I think so, but first it will retrace by 30 to 40%. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. I wouldn't disagree with that. So people should already at the very least have 2 Ethereum, right? Like the average amount of Ethereum in Ethereum wallets is 2 Ethereum. That's the average amount that people have. right? Now, mind you, that's just the average amount of Ethereum holders. That's not everybody in the world. And as we know, everybody in the world doesn't have Ethereum, right? So you have 3 years. You got 3 years to get 4 Ether to guarantee yourself in this part of your wallet $100,000. Now, I want to ask you guys this question. Should we still be here? Should we still be discussing this stuff in 4 years? By that time, because the channel growth moves opposite to the cryptocurrency growth, it'd probably only be like 5 people in the chat by then. I could get rid of StreamYards and get rid of all my editing studio and not buy a new computer and not buy new cameras and put that money into cryptocurrency. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think about that? What y'all think about that? We could just chop it up on the Discord. I ain't trying to be paying all that. I could be putting this money into Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to AB. AB says, I'm currently staking Ethereum on my ledger. Can you imagine how much staking income you'll get if you're able to accomplish 4 Ether? Hey, shout out to Carlton. Carlton said only 5 people will be disappearing like the cast on the movie Life. Bro, you remember when I would talk about other topics? Now, everybody said that they broke. Okay, let's talk about how to make money because I got the formula. We can make money. Clearly, the formula works, right? Clearly. So people don't want the formula. Think about this, man. I think that that's the reason why humans are not engineered to live eternally. I don't think most people want to live an eternal life. I don't think most people would want to live eternally. Most people don't want prosperity. Do you think that people are even creative to live an eternal life? I think most people would run out of things to do because they're so limited. I mean, we have a foolproof formula to prosperity that works. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to the people that actively invest. How much money have you lost? I only want the people that lost money. How much money have you lost total? You know what I'm saying? And what you got to understand, this is what we're dealing with. People want to lose. They want to lose. That's what we're dealing with. Because clearly you win it. But people want to lose. Winning is just not something that's conceivable. People aren't used to it. It feels uncomfortable. Ooh, I don't like how that feels. I'm not used to that. I'm not used to winning. I don't like that. That's not familiar. I gotta get back to being a loser. That's a choice. Right? Shout out to Kanye. That's a choice, right? So now here says 2025 prediction also jumps to 7.5K as corporate treasuries accumulate and supply institutional engagement reshapes market demand. Now, listen, let me ask you guys something. How many people would say that Ethereum is almost like it was made for a 401k? I mean, Ethereum is just made for a 401k. Imagine if they put Ethereum in the 401k and you can stake the Ethereum in the 401k and then get in-kind redemption on the Ethereum in your 401k. Imagine that. If you start buying Ethereum now for your 401k, you can retire early. I don't think people actually want to retire early, though. I think people just want to sit around and be miserable until somebody shuts the casket. That's what I've seen. This is what the evidence has shown me. If you guys would agree that that's the case, give me a thumbs up. If y'all would disagree and that's not the case, then give me a thumbs down. Standard Chartered has lifted its year-end price target for Ethereum to 7,500 from 4,000, citing a stronger industry backdrop and a new demand from corporate treasuries. Now, I want you guys to understand something here. Ethereum was at one point this year $1,800. $1,800 for the most part, for most people, that's about a paycheck. If you had took half of one paycheck and half of the other paycheck and put it into Ethereum, you would have gone from $1,800 to $4,700 in less than 5 months. Let me ask you guys this question. How many times have people sat there and just watched the fluctuation of their cryptocurrency wallet? It's crazy seeing your cryptocurrency wallet fluctuate hourly at rates that are like 7 times your pay rate, isn't it? Isn't that crazy? You sit there and watch it and you say, I've been watching this now on and off for about 10 minutes and I've seen a $1,500 increase. In 10 minutes, I've seen a $1,500 increase. That's what a lot of people are going to take home after taxes for working 40 hours a week. I saw this go up in 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? We see this all the time, especially like the last couple of days. We've been seeing this all the time. I've gone to work and my crypto portfolio I've made my hourly rate at work. And I saw my cryptocurrency portfolio increase 2x a paycheck during the time when I was at work. So that's in one day, right? One work period, my cryptocurrency portfolio increased the same amount as a paycheck. Also, had people started investing right when we started going at this real heavy, that many people right now would have more wealth than the average wealth gap trajectory. Because now anybody who's been investing since we've been investing, for the most part, you probably have more wealth than what the average is for the wealth gap. So, I mean, we did that. Right? So it's just interesting. It's extremely interesting. You know what I'm saying? Per Reuters, the bank raised its 2028 projection to $25,000 from $7,500. Ethereum was trading at about $4,679 on Wednesday, levels last seen in November of 2021. Now, Ethereum is teetering on an all-time high. Okay. Now Ethereum is moving towards a new all-time high. So, this kind of goes into things that we already talked about as far as Standard Chartered. And this is what I'm talking about right here. Look at this. U.S. core inflation jumps to 5-month high as Ethereum hits 4,400. You guys see that? Now, see down here, the BTCC exchange announces first sports sponsorship with NBA's Jaren Jackson Jr. Okay. Now, look at this. 6 hours ago, you guys see this? Google altcoin search hits 5-year high as alt season fever returns to retail traders. Retail is about to come in and mess everything up. The dummies are on the way. Yeah, facts. If you guys agree with Carlton, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton says, based on our current portfolio, we're already future multimillionaires. Bro, facts. Easy. Not only our current portfolio, but where we're trying to go, bro, we're gonna be into the millions while we're still trying to do the other things that we want to do. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. Ethereum ETFs draw record-breaking $1 billion in a single day. So Ethereum is going ham. Bitmine's Ethereum strategy drives record stock gains with 20 billion expansion in play. I need to start investing in Bitmine. Is Bitmine on it? It's not on the NASDAQ, is it? It's not on the New York Stock Exchange. So Standard Chartered, now they're also saying, well, we support Bitcoin treasury companies. Not Bitcoin, I'm sorry. It's Ethereum treasury companies. Look at this. Look at this. See that? Standard Chartered favors Ethereum treasury firms over spot ETFs. I'm not going to be taking any advice. Standard Chartered. I'm going to take advice from Beastmark. Oh my God, who would invest with a company called Beastmark? Hey, hey, who would invest with a company called Beastmark? Hey, that's what people will say. Oh my God! Did you see the gargoyles on that building? Who would invest with a company called Beastmark? Facts. Beastmark gonna get you a hey, Beastmark gonna get you a hell of an investment. Oh man, hey, Beastmark is hilarious, man. That's hilarious. Hey, you know what's even funnier? I bet you most people won't even get it. Like they won't even get it. You know what I'm saying? We can have like the we can have like a stamp of like a devil's footprint and everything. Like they still just wouldn't get it. You know what I'm saying? Because they're dumb. So yeah, it says here Standard Chartered has stirred the Ethereum investment landscape by backing Ethereum treasury firms over traditional US spot ETFs. They also stirred the Ethereum investment landscape by gutting the price in March, but nobody's saying anything about that. And we're back dealing with Geoff again. Geoff Kendrick, head of digital assets research at the Global Bank, says firms like SharpLink Gaming now offer a more appealing route for Ethereum exposure. Okay. Kendrick's comments come amid rising volatility in Ethereum ETFs and the rapid accumulation of Ethereum by publicly traded companies, signaling a possible shift in institutional strategies. I don't understand. Why are they calling this a shift in institutional strategies? Shout out to AB Promotions. AB Promotions said, I'm listening. I'm making an omelet. What type of omelet you making? Technically, that omelet is a sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do at Beastmark. Hey, technically that omelet is a sacrifice, especially if it's the firstborn. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do at Beastmark. we call the birds we call the birds foul. You know what I'm saying? Like they did back like they did back in the robe and sandal days. You know what I'm saying? like, hey, like they did back in the robe and sandal days. You know what I'm saying? keeping it biblical. You feel me? So now here it says treasury firms versus ETFs, the emerging choice. In a recent statement to Be in Crypto, Kendrick emphasized that Ethereum treasury firms, which are public companies that hold ETH on their balance sheets, are becoming a better investment option than Ethereum spot ETFs listed in the US. Now, here goes my question. Based on what data? It's always the based on what data question, right? Here he comes with this based on what data question. Shout out to Dwayne. What's good with it, bro? Hey, look, right. Hey, shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said Beastmark Financial, saving souls, one Satan candle at a time. Right. And the candlesticks that we talk about are lit by hellfire. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said, I'll be taking profit from my memes this altcoin season and buying more Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bro, facts. Facts. Circulating the capital. You know what I'm saying? I might mess around. It depends on. See, gold is doing like Bitcoin right now. It's like it won't go below like the all-time highs. So it's like you kind of forced to do the Michael Saylor thing. You got to buy it at the top. It's not going nowhere else. Not moving anywhere anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment. Please smash the like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and also please share the stream to your social media. Yeah, like we don't have a choice. You got to buy it at the top. Everything is stuck at the top. So now it says he noted that over the past 2 months, these firms have accumulated about 1.6% of Ethereum's total circulating supply, on par with spot ETFs over the same period. Kendrick also pointed out that the net asset value multiples of such firms are beginning to normalize, with companies like SharpLink Gaming trading just above a NAV multiple of 1.0. So, you know, this Bitmain company and SharpLink Gaming, those are companies that if we can find where the stock is available at, I don't think it would be a bad idea to get some of that stock the same way it's not a bad idea to grab some micro strategies. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If y'all would disagree, give me a thumbs down. I see no reason for the NAV multiple to go below 1.0, Kendrick said. These firms offer regulatory arbitrage for investors. Given current multiples, ETH treasury companies are a better asset to buy than spot ETFs. Now, I'm curious, does Standard Chartered feel the same way about the Bitcoin treasury companies? What do you guys think? Do you guys think that they feel this way about the Bitcoin treasury companies or not? Let me know what you guys think. The NAV multiple measures how the company's market cap compares to the value of the ETH that it holds. So this is just a ratio. A multiple above 1 suggests that market values additional benefits such as staking rewards, future Ethereum growth, and operational leverage. I want y'all to take a step back. All right, take a step back. They said that Tom Lee has what, like 600,000 Ethereum? How much staking income is that bringing? And this is why I had said, yo, it was during that time when Ethereum was $1,800. This is why I was saying it's so important. You know what I'm saying? So important to try to pick up as much ETH as you can while ETH was $1,800 because you could stake it. You could stake that ETH, that cheap Ethereum that you bought. And when the price goes up, all that Ethereum that you're staking, it's going to go up with the price. That was the whole idea. Now, I want you guys to tell me, what are some publicly traded Ethereum treasury companies? Got to get the Ethereum treasury companies. Treasury firms began emerging in stealth mode earlier this year and have rapidly expanded their holdings. Standard Chartered estimates these companies have collectively amassed over 2 million Ethereum, with projections suggesting they could add up to 10 million Ethereum in the coming months. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Where was this being discussed at? These companies weren't making it public. Shout out to Dwayne. Dwayne said realized staking is double dipping. More money. Yeah. Yeah. Staking is the new way to earn passive income. By the time things are all said and done, the idea is that you have the amount of crypto that it costs to buy $1 million home, staking, bringing you income back. Let me ask you guys this question. Do the math. This is what should motivate people. If you have $1 million and your $1 million is bringing you 15% APY, how much money should you have at the end of the year? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Hey, Brooklyn Queen, can you throw that link into the Discord too? So look at this. In July alone, these companies purchased 545,000 Ethereum, worth around 1.6 billion. These are Ethereum that did not go into the ETFs. Now, when was this reported? Because who reported in July about anybody buying any Ethereum? No one was even talking about Ethereum. And look at this. This is what they talk about when they talk about quote unquote quiet accumulation. Shout out to Dwayne Rose. Dwayne Rose said, I think Michael Saylor and Larry Fink were having meetings in Europe on the low. Yeah, I mean, they were. They probably were. A lot of these people have been talking to a lot of different companies, a lot of different countries, I mean. And a lot of different countries are having these, accumulation strategies. Other key players in this space include BitMine, Immersion Technologies, Bit Digital, and Coinbase. In total, 12 companies now hold more than 1 million Ethereum, accounting for approximately 0.83% of the total Ethereum supply. All right. So now they're talking about spot Ethereum ETFs facing mixed signals. I don't know how they facing mixed signals if they just brought in $1 billion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you guys to see, you see that where it says that, right? Mixed signals. Now look at this article right here. And this article is from today as well. And shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, subscribe to the channel. Ethereum ETFs draw a record-breaking $1 billion in a single day. That would tell me that there's interest. And of course, BlackRock leads the way with 640 million as Ethereum attracts growing institutional interest in ETFs. And then, BlackRock has the in-kind Ethereum ETF, right? Where you can have Ethereum redemption. Okay. So let's go back to this one. All right. Go back to Standard Charter, because Standard Charter is out here flip flopping. Spot Ethereum. I don't think we need to deal with none of this. They already made the case. They already made the point. All right. So then this now is just, Standard Charter just keeps on going about how Ethereum treasuries are a better investment. Let me take a look at this real quick. Again, shout out to everybody. I appreciate you guys. If y'all haven't hit that like button yet, hit the like button. If you haven't shared the stream, take a moment, share the stream. Let's take a look at these prices real quick. Look at these prices. Bitcoin, $121,903. Ethereum is $4,661. And again, like I said, you just start to see crazy stuff. People talking crazy, $60,000 Ethereum. Like, just relax. Let's just make sure Ethereum can stay over $4,000 for a sustained period of time. BNB coin at 850 is good. You know what I'm saying? So we need Solana to go. We need Solana over $350 by the end of the year. What do you guys think? Shout out to Tim. I appreciate you being here, bro. You try to make people rich and they stop rocking with you. It's the weirdest thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a wild phenomenon. YouTube is a strange animal, but it's not quite a Beastmark. So me personally, these are like Ethereum treasuries, Ethereum ETFs. I would say buy Ethereum. You know what I'm saying? That would be what I would say. All right. So I'm gonna take a look, because some of these I'm gonna make yeah, bro, facts. Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. That's not like, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not like people talking about the $100 and $1,000 XRP. Like, and again, like, this is what I'm saying, bro, about how this stuff is like. So just in March, Ethereum's not even gonna make $4,000. Okay, Ethereum has been over $4,000. Now all of a sudden it's gonna jump up to 60,000, or it's gonna jump up to 10,000. Like, these whack wild predictions are part of what contributes to a lot of this price volatility. Like, whoa, slow down. You know what I'm saying? Slow down. Let's stay, within in the $4,000 range for a little bit. Let's just get comfortable there for a little bit. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, sit down on the couch, find a nice little spot, stretch your feet out, stretch your arms out, stretch your legs out, relax. You know what I'm saying? Sit down for a minute. Turn the TV on, sit back. You know what I'm saying? Like, relax, right? They ready to, now Ethereum about to go to the moon. Like, just let's not do that. You know what I'm saying? Let's not do that. So we got this article here from Cointelegraph, and it says Ethereum hits multi-year high as Tom Lee's Bitmine plans $20 billion Ethereum raise. That's what we need. Yeah, have a plate. You hungry? You want something to eat? I got some extra food in there. Come, what you want? You want some leftovers? Let's go. Just sit down for a minute. Where you go? You in a rush? Where you going? You got to get to work or something? What's up? Ethereum price action targets all-time highs amid excitement over Bitmain's giant accumulation plan, shifting the focus away from range-bound Bitcoin. And again, I mean, range-bound we're good, really? Bitcoin Bitcoin is now range-bound? Okay. Ethereum gains nearly 6% on the day as Bitmain ups its Ethereum accumulation plans to nearly 25 billion. Chairman Tom Lee gets Michael Saylor comparisons. Chairman Tom Lee gets Michael Saylor comparisons as analysis says Ethereum price action is defying gravity. I mean, okay. I don't think it is. If we got to some of those astronomical price predictions that they're talking about for the end of the year, then yeah, then I guess maybe like that would be defying gravity. But I wouldn't say that any of this is defying gravity. No. Would you guys say that this is defining gravity? I wouldn't say that this is defining gravity. Or defying gravity, I should say. I'm sorry. It's not defying gravity. Shout out to Leonard. What's good with you, bro? Yeah, this, I mean, this is yeah. It's the same. It's the same thing that works for like YouTube titles and stuff, videos. 1 ETH will make you richer than Elon Musk. Everybody will watch the video, despite the fact that everyone knows 1 ETH is not going to make you richer than Elon Musk. Like, it's ridiculous. If you can get to just 1 Bitcoin, you will live forever. Like, no, you won't, but okay. Sure, and like, thank the million people that watched this idiotic video that's lying to you. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. Bitcoin continues to range below 120,000, shrugging off cool US CPI data. Bitcoin continues to range below 120,000. I'm pretty sure Bitcoin is above 120,000. This article was published today. You know what I'm saying? Let's take a look real quick. We need Sui to go to $5. Look at Toncoin is doing good. $3.45. There we go. Bitcoin. 121,637. Yeah, so much for range bound. Bitcoin continues to range below 120. Like, okay, no, it's not. Ethereum neared 4,500 as major corporate buying plans gave the largest altcoin another major boost. These green candles are beautiful. Those green candles are beautiful. Yeah, you got to have your mouth open and your eyes need to look like they're popping out of your head in order for people to watch a video on YouTube. Or the title's got to say something just ridiculous about black people. You know what I'm saying? A star blew up in a distant galaxy because there were too many black people. Like, that'll get you. And then just have popsicle mouth and eyes popping out of your head, and everybody will watch the video. They be doing their mouth like they sucking on a popsicle. Officer Tatum is real good at that. He's real good at that. Where you get that popsicle practice at, fool? You know what I'm saying? Get that popsicle practice from. Shouldn't have them kind of skills, boy. Shouldn't have them kind of skills, boy. Oh, man. Ethereum price comes within $500 of all-time highs. Data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro and TradingView showed Ethereum US dollar reaching $4,457 on Bitstamp, its highest since December of 2021. Now under 500 from all-time highs, the pair crushed resistance after blockchain technology firm Bitmine, Immersion Technologies, announced plans to raise up $20 billion for Ethereum purchases. Now, another thing that's interesting about this, these companies can these companies can manipulate the prices of the crypto that they buy, but they're not able to manipulate the stock, you know what I'm saying, like the stock price. So if they're able to get like majority stakes in these chains, they could say all of the price manipulative comments that they want currently and not get in any trouble for price manipulation. They can manipulate their stock price through manipulating the crypto. I love Bitcoin. Bitcoin's the best thing. We're going to buy $900 million of Bitcoin. You just manipulated the stock price. Stock price goes up 20%. Bitcoin price possibly go up. This is like a tangent type, divergent type layer of protection on insider trading, kind of. You know what I'm saying? This move, which supplements the firm's existing offerings, allows for total Ethereum holdings worth $24.5 billion. The day prior, Bitmine disclosed $4.96 billion in Ethereum. It must be nice. A Tuesday filing with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission confirms, with this prospective supplement, we are increasing the total amount of common stock that may be sold under the sales agreement to up to $24.5 billion, comprising of up to $2 billion under the prospectus, $2.5 billion under the prior prospectus supplement, and an additional $20 billion under this prospective supplement. Like, could you imagine just talking about billions of dollars like that? Like, look at this. Look at this green candle on Bitmine. Bitmine is they're on the New York Stock Exchange, BMNR. I'm gonna jot this down real quick. BMNR. Hold on real quick. BMNR. Now, let me ask y'all this. Why do you guys think that they're moving away from Bitcoin? Because clearly they used to deal with Bitcoin. You can tell by the name, right? So do you guys think that they see possibly more value in Ethereum than they do in Bitcoin, or what? What's up? What's the deal? What's the dealio? Bitmine stock was up 5.6% on the day at the time of writing, with Ethereum gaining a similar amount. So see, as you can see, this is what I'm talking about. We can make these announcements and manipulate our price through manipulating Ethereum. Market participants were unsurprisingly bullish on the outlook for the Ethereum price strength. Ethereum has surged more than 100% in less than 2 months. Crypto trader, analyst, and entrepreneur Michael Van de Pope noted in a post on X. Okay, this move is comparable to the Bitcoin ETF launch when Bitcoin continued to rally upward. How is this comparable to how? Bitcoin went from 70,000 to like 90,000 when that happened. Were they talking? No, wait a minute. When the ETFs launched, Bitcoin went from like 40,000 to 70,000, right? That was the 40 to 70 move, right? And then it went from 70 to 100 election night, stayed at 100 for a while, went back down to 70, and then popped back up. That's the order of that, right? So how are you comparing a $30,000 price move to anything Ethereum has done? Like, come on, man. This is what I be saying about like people just they get too excited. And then this person down here gonna say, we finally got our Ethereum Michael Saylor. Like, I can't. I can't with it. Shout out to Lehman Lucas. What's good with you, bro? We finally got our Ethereum Michael Saylor. You have Beastmark Financial is what you got. Crypto investor and entrepreneur Ted Pillows likened BitMine chairman Tom Lee to strategy CEO Michael Saylor, who oversaw the accumulation of the largest Bitcoin corporate treasury. We finally got our Ethereum Michael Saylor. BitMine wants to buy $20 billion? $20 billion in Ethereum. Let's go. Yes, please buy it. Buy it all. Bring the price up. Let's go. So yeah, Tom Lee is gonna he's got plans to try to do the MicroStrategies thing with Ethereum. What do you guys think about that? I don't know. Oh. Look, I want to take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. Okay. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Stop it. Get some help. Right. I mean, it's just, like a lot of this is kind of, some of these people, like these people are supposed to be mature and experienced investors. And it's like, come on. Shout out to AB. AB said Tom Lee looks like a bootleg Albert Einstein. About to take a look here. There we go, right there.
Welcome back to the exchange. Bitcoin higher by about 1%, while Ethereum is up more than 2%. That could be a good sign for stocks. That's according to my next guest, who says Bitcoin is now a leading indicator. Joining me now is Tom Lee, head of research at Fundstrat and a CNBC contributor. It's so good to have you here on set. Welcome.
Yeah, great to see you, Morgan.
Let's start right there. Bitcoin is a leading indicator. What's it indicating now?
Well, Bitcoin has been 1 month ahead of the S&P at every step this year. In January, it peaked before the S&P. It bottomed before the S&P in April. It made a new high in May, a month ahead of the S&P. And in early July, on July 9th, Bitcoin had a breakaway upside move, gaining more than 10%. That means that in this month, I think the S&P is going to have a breakaway move to the upside, towards 6,600.
Interesting, which sort of takes us to where you think the S&P is going to be priced for the year.
Well, I think that at least 6,600 is a minimum, because if we're making 6,600 in the next few weeks, then I think that probably 7,000 is a level we could touch.
Right. Exactly. Shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug. If you guys agree with Win, Lose, or Rug, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. His job is basically to pump ETH. Right.
Touch by the end of the year.
Really?
Yeah.
What propels us to that?
Well, I think that 3 things are happening. One is the economy has survived Tariff Armageddon, and it's probably strengthening because
he says, my company's plan is to buy as much ETH as we possibly can. I mean, we'll put together the funds, and we'll buy all of it if we can. Yeah, every last one. There won't be any left on the exchanges. There, Coinbase won't have any. Binance won't have any. Crypto.com won't have any. Polynex won't have any. Yeah, we're gonna get it all. Every last piece of ether that there is, and I mean, if we got to go against BlackRock, I'll have a celebrity death boxing match with Larry Fink. I'll kick that guy's ass if I have to. Nobody's gonna get more Ethereum than us.
The ISM's been stuck below 30 or 50 for 30 months now. So finally, ISM could go above 50. The second is that we're getting closer to the Fed making a dovish pivot. I mean, they've been on hold for a long time, similar to how Kelly's birth is on pause, and that, I think, leads to a re-rate of multiples. And the third is that I think sentiment's still quite bearish. I think there's many of our clients that think we're going to have a recession because of
the sentiment is quite bearish, but I happen to like bears. They're fuzzy and furry and warm. And, I happen to like bears.
the tariffs that started on August 1st. But I think businesses are ready to actually get through that. And that sentiment collapsing actually helps PEs.
Okay. Let's talk about Ethereum, because I know you're very bullish on that as well. We'll get into Bitmine in a second too, but Ethereum specifically, why is this something you need to hold in your portfolio?
Well, to me, Ethereum's having its Bitcoin.
Now, see, like, how is this not? I want you to look at this. How is this not price manipulation? Right. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Right. If he gets a catchphrase, if he gets a catchphrase remix, I'll take him serious. We have to see if he got one out there. You know what I'm saying? Like Michael said, it's going up forever, Laura. Shut up, bitch. It's going up forever, goddammit. Shut up, bitch.
2017 moment again. And to give perspective, in 2017, Bitcoin was under 1,000. But that was the year when Wall Street discovered that the narrative of Bitcoin is digital gold. And Bitcoin has gone to 120,000 now. So 120 times increase. In 2025, a couple things are happening around Ethereum. The first is the Genius Act is now making stable coins kind of green lighted, which is the ChatGPT moment for crypto, but it needs a smart contract. So it doesn't work on Bitcoin. The second is the SEC is pushing forward with Project Crypto, which is actually asking Wall Street. Ethereum is the preferred choice for Wall Street because it's had zero downtime since inception, matching what the banks want, 100% uptime. It's also the most legally compliant and secure blockchain because it's recognized in the US and it's the second largest blockchain. And the third is almost all of it is taking place on Ethereum. JP Morgan's building their stablecoin on Ethereum. Robinhood is tokenizing on Ethereum. The custody banks are doing it on Ethereum. So it's really
right, exactly. Shout out to Win Lose the Rug. Win Lose the Rug said bro's pumping his own bags on national television. And again, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, how is this not? This is the same thing Elon Musk did every single time he went on Saturday Night Live and irresponsibly would mention Dogecoin or Shiba Inu. Like, I don't understand. Like, how is this not price manipulation? And then they said after this, like, this is when the price pumped. Of course it pumped.
Where Wall Street meets, but that's also where AI is meeting crypto. Because as you know, as we tokenize and move towards robots, you need a token economy to control them, which is taking place on Ethereum.
And which is why you're now the chair of Bitmine, which is looking to build out this treasury of Ethereum, not so differently than we've seen Michael Saylor do with Bitcoin at Strategy.
Yes, that's right. So I think that MicroStrategy has written the playbook for what a Bitcoin treasury is. And now he's so big, he has a sovereign put, right? He has 600,000 Bitcoin. Any nation that wants to get 1 million Bitcoin probably thinks it's cheaper to buy MicroStrategy. The Ethereum treasury model, which is where
now that was directly telling the United States to buy MicroStrategy stock. which is clearly going to pump MicroStrategy stock. Did you see that? If you guys saw that, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. This is, quote unquote, business passing through hands. Like, Tom Lee is talking in puzzle language, but we know what this puzzle language is. Any nation that wants to get 1 million Bitcoin, you're talking about the United States. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's right. So I think that MicroStrategy has written the playbook for what a Bitcoin treasury is, and now he's so big he has a sovereign put, right? He has 600,000 Bitcoin. Any nation that wants to get 1 million Bitcoin probably thinks it's cheaper to buy MicroStrategy. The Ethereum treasury model, which is we're trying to be the MicroStrategy of Ethereum, works similarly, but we're at the earliest stages, because if this is the 2017 moment for Ethereum at 3,700, it could make a move to 30,000 or more. On top of that, Ethereum.
You see that? Now, remember what I said? This is what happened with Bitcoin. Like, Bitcoin was sitting at around $4,000 or $5,000, and then it dipped like all the way down to 1,500, and then it shot up to $20,000 like at the end of the year in November, December. This is what he's talking about, and I remember that very clearly because I had crypto, and I remember looking in disbelief.
Pays you for providing network security by staking. That's a 3% yield. So BitMine owns over $3 billion worth of Ethereum. When we start staking and it's legally compliant, all within the US, that's more than $100 million of revenue.
Jesus, you hear that? That's more than just from staking, $100 million in revenue. Just from staking, $100 million in revenue.
$3 billion worth of Ethereum. When we start staking and it's legally compliant, all within the US, that's more than $100 million of revenue. I'm sorry, of net income. So it's a profitable treasury company. And we've been able to grow our holdings of Ethereum from roughly $4 per share in 30 days ago to over $25 today. So it's adding about 80 cents to $1 worth of ETH every day.
Interesting. I mean, when I think about strategy, it is really kind of, it's the whale. And
now, see, that's what, if I'm not mistaken, I read somewhere, that's all of the purchases that MicroStrategies makes, it's equivalent to buying 80 cents worth of Bitcoin every day or something like that. If I'm not mistaken, I think they said that it's equivalent to buying like 80 cents worth of Bitcoin every single day.
Bitcoin market, just because they have been buying up so much Bitcoin. So if BitMine is taking a similar approach to Ethereum, where do you see prices for Ether going?
Well, I looked at some research from Sean Farrell, who's our head of digital asset strategy, and he put out a presentation about Ethereum today. So he thinks the ratio of Ethereum to Bitcoin could go back to its 2021 highs, which is about 0.14. That would value Ethereum today at around 16,000, and it's currently 3,700. So he's just saying Bitcoin ratio versus ETH, let's get back to where it was 5 years ago, which makes sense because it's a better story today than it was in 2021. And that gets you, close to 16,000.
Pretty interesting. Right? Pretty interesting. If I was people, I watch a lot of Tom Lee. I would check out what he's saying and see if you could find something of value, to contribute to the investment strategy. So FundStrat's Tom Lee predicts new all-time highs for S&P 500 on 3 major catalysts, says stock market tracking this asset. So let's see if we could. Of one risk asset. Okay, Bitcoin. So that's what it is. In a new CNBC television interview, Lee says the S&P 500 is tracking the behavior of Bitcoin, providing several examples throughout the year to show that the crypto king is ahead of the stock market index in terms of price action. All right. So, yeah, this is all very interesting. This is all very interesting. All of these are tools that everybody should be using to make themselves rich. Right? Let's take a look at Crypto Potato. Double and triple digit gains for these altcoins as Bitcoin flirts with $120,000. And as we all know, Bitcoin is over $121,000 currently. How many people have gotten flushed out? I think that a lot of the people that don't show up to the streams anymore have gotten flushed out, and they're embarrassed and they're scared. Which there's no reason to be scared. No one's gonna bite you. No, we are gonna roast you a little bit for getting flushed out because come on, really, you should get flushed out for it. But ain't nobody about to bite you though. Bitcoin was stopped yesterday ahead of its all-time high, but has managed to recover some ground following the U.S. CPI announcement for July. Many altcoins have marked mind-blowing gains over the past day, including OKB, which has skyrocketed by triple digits since yesterday. Okay. Bitcoin's price action in the past few days have been rather notable, even though most altcoins have outshone it. Just last week, the cryptocurrency struggled to remain above $113,000 after a dip below that level. However, the bulls went on the offensive in the following days, pushing the asset firmly above $115,000. Moreover, they kept the pressure on at the beginning of the current business week as Bitcoin jumped to a monthly peak of just under $122,500. Thus, Bitcoin was less than $1,000 away from tapping a fresh all-time high. However, the bears reemerged and didn't allow a new record to be set. In fact, Bitcoin slipped to 118,000 yesterday as the US CPI numbers came out. However, it managed to defend that level, and Bitcoin now flirts with 120 once again. Its market cap has neared 2.4 trillion on CG, while its dominance over the alts keeps taking hits and is under 58% now, which sparks speculation of an altcoin season. And I don't know how that's sparking speculation of an altcoin season because altcoins are supposed to be more than Bitcoin. Shout out to AB. Facts. People that use fiat, we call them poor. There's a name for them, right? There's a name for them. We call them poor. We call them the lith. We call them retail. Right? We call them retail. Right. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said it's still early enough to make corrections or adjustments in investment strategies. Why are you running? Right. I mean, Standard Chartered making an adjustment in their investment strategy. You can too. Right? If Standard Chartered can make an adjustment in their strategy, well, hell, then you can too. You can too. You know? Now, I don't know anything about OKX. Anybody know anything about OKX? Although many altcoins have posted notable gains over the past day, none is close to OKB's surge. OKX native token, OKX is an exchange, isn't it? Has shot up by 130% on a daily scale to a new all-time high above 135, registered just hours ago. Despite losing some ground since then, OKB is still within a triple-digit price territory. Far behind are alts like GT, CRV, and Pump, which are up by 13 to 15%. Solana, Doge, and Cardano have also surged by double digits from the larger cap alts. Ethereum has neared its 2021 all-time high after soaring past 4,600. The total crypto market cap keeps pumping and has risen to 4.16 trillion on CoinGecko. Now, I want y'all to imagine this, right? Like, imagine this. When it comes to cryptocurrency, Bitcoin dominance is crazy. There's new altcoins that come out every single day. And all of them combined is not more than Bitcoin. Like that's just wild. That's just wild. Look at Crow. Look at Crow. The only one in the red. Look at Crow. Look at Crow, Carlton. The only one in the red. It's a sea of green on this heat map, and Crow sticking out like a red sore thumb. Anyway, best performers: OKB, Pump.Fun, and Solana. Worst performers: look at Kronos. Provenance, Provenance Blockchain, Sky, and Kronos. Damn Kronos, man. I can't even trip though. Kronos been doing good. I can't even trip. It can't be up every single day. I can't trip. Kronos has actually been doing pretty good. The 9 U.S. listed spot Ethereum ETFs saw an aggregate inflow of $1.02 billion on Monday, the highest ever inflow since the products launched in mid-2024, as around 240,000 Ethereum was hovered up by institutional investors. All right, so I guess this is a separate story. They got a whole article about this. If I get time, maybe I'll make some videos about this. You know what I'm saying? I'll be making videos for like 15 people to watch them. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Ethereum prices, yeah, we could take a look at this. And they keep talking about the Bitcoin dominance. But we talking about when it comes to Bitcoin dominance, we're talking about one coin versus all the other coins. Like it's the fact that is set up like that. You would think that would be enough. You know what I'm saying? But it's not. People still, you know what I'm saying, they still trying to test Bitcoin. I told you, man, it's going to sound like I'm a Bitcoin maximist, but I'm not. So let's take a look at this. Shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, do me a favor. Take a moment. Smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment. Hit that bell. And also, please share the stream to your social media. Now, we have to – there's now Discord activities, right? After we stream at some point, when we go into the Discord, we have to list all of the coins included in the meme crow strategy. There was a stream that I was supposed to do the other day, and we was going to talk about Pingu. Shout out to Carlton. He posted an article about Pingu. I didn't get a chance to because I was too tired the last 2 days. Man, your boy had to get some sleep. You know what I'm saying? But I've been slacking, and I was like, I'm going to make sure that I at the very least get a stream in, even though ain't nobody going to watch it anyway, but like 6 or 7 people. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just too much for everybody. Crypto is just too much. And crypto is just too much for everybody. And, you know what I'm saying, a bunch of the people that would be in my streams, they busy filling out ICE applications. You know what I'm saying? So they can't make it to the stream. See, when they got a lot of people saying, join ICE. Black Americans need to go join ICE. Y'all can go join ICE if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do that. And while y'all do that, we're going to be joining the new oligarchy that's forming. Because I just think it's just more comfortable. You know, I'd rather have a private plane, you know what I'm saying, than sit around in the desert trying to catch people, you know what I'm saying, across the Rio Grande. That's just me. I'm saying. It's just me. I'd rather have a nice 80-story building with a glass elevator and a hidden elevator that goes to parts of the building that aren't available to the public for after-hour activities. You know what I'm saying? Instead of working overtime. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Some people like to do what they do. I like to do what I do. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying, running around in the desert working overtime, that ain't what I like to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be part of the new oligarchy. Instead of wearing a police suit, because I don't mess with law enforcement, I would rather wear a tailor-made suit. It's just what I like. You know what I'm saying? It's just what I like. So, yeah, man, according to this, the floodgates are about to open. Ethereum smashes 4,000. As you guys can see, this is an old article. Time goes fast in crypto land. Now, Trump clears 401ks for crypto. And as you guys can see here, whales load up billions in Bitcoin and Ethereum. So they've been loading up. The whales have been loading up. They've been buying Bitcoin. They've been buying Ethereum. We've been saying this for quite some time now. Okay. So Trump has an executive order opening 401ks to crypto. Okay. And Ethereum is getting bought up by whales. All right. Now, I had an article, and I just want to see if I still have it. It was an article from The Hill, and it was talking about cryptocurrency lobbying. And I want to see if I still have it. Let me see. Use micro trades next decade. Yeah, I don't see it. Now you guys know about Figma, right? And look at this. I'm about to show y'all this. I forget who sent this. See, hold on. I think I still got it. Shout out to everybody. If y'all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell. Also, please share the stream to your social media. Take a look at this. BlackRock bought 59,309 Ethereum. Okay. A lot of these people are buying these coins like they're meme coins. Okay. They're buying these large scale cryptocurrencies in volumes like they're meme coins. All right. So Presidential Donald J. Trump democratizes access to alternative assets for 401k investors. Okay. So here we go. Cynthia Loomis talking about the president supporting her bill to buy 1 million Bitcoin Tom Lee said, just go buy some MicroStrategies. Buy some MicroStrategy stock. This is a lot. This is a lot of information. You know what I'm saying? If if my charm, wit, and humor can't even keep people's attention, all that data is definitely going to turn people off, right? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. Now, more places, people are losing their jobs. We already know about this, right? The University Stanford is laying off 300 employees amid a $140 million budget cut. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys this headline real quick. Now, I want to ask you guys this question. What do you guys think that these people are going to do as far as income, as far as survival? How are they going to deal with this? How are they going to get along? Yeah, we got to keep it a buck. Shout out to Win, Lose, and Rug. We got to keep it a buck, right? We got to talk about these fools to their face. You know what I'm saying? Stanford to lay off, and then as you guys can see, I got billed $1 for 1 year. Make your boy great, and I have a subscription to the Mercury News. I used to pay for all that stuff myself. Then I was like, shit, I'm not paying for all this shit. People don't even watch the damn videos. So CleanSpark, they've got a $1 billion Bitcoin treasury. All right. So again, how many people are investing in CleanSpark? If you guys are investing in CleanSpark, give me a thumbs up. If you're not investing in CleanSpark, give me a thumbs down. PayPal is also going to be letting new merchants accept new cryptos, including Doge and Trump coin. Okay. Now, there's just so much information. So much information that we could talk about. Let me just see what we got here. Yeah, see, BlackRock bought 150,000 Ethereum. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. And you don't get a chance to get to all of it. I'm not going to get a chance to stream tomorrow. By the time I am able to stream tomorrow, or by the time I am able to stream, all of the information that I wanted to talk about in regards to cryptocurrency will be old information. It'll be old. I'm saying, like, it'll be old news. I want to ask you guys this question. What altcoins do you all think people are searching? Listen, and another thing that we got to use chat. We've got to use artificial intelligence like it's a genie. We got to ask the artificial intelligence revenue generating questions so to get revenue generating answers. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. We had to put artificial intelligence hard at work for us. All right. Google searches signal altcoin season as Bitcoin dominance dips below 60%. And institutional rotations into Ethereum intensify. Okay. Google search activity for altcoin has reached its highest level in 5 years, matching interest levels seen during Ethereum's foundation. What do they mean last seen during Ethereum's foundation? The surge coincides with a shift in market structure as Bitcoin's share of total crypto market has slipped towards 60% after peaking mid-summer, a pattern that has often preceded periods of stronger performance in alternative cryptocurrencies. Ethereum has subsequently reached multi-year highs, breaking 4,500. Now, do you guys remember when I kept saying, like, remember how we would see like certain days and we'd be like, yeah, the crypto market is doing good. Like, and it's like, nah, remember, I would keep emphasizing that. I'm like, the crypto market is not doing good. Bitcoin is doing good. Everything else is doing really bad. You guys remember I kept saying that? Like, we would have days where, like, something might pop, like Solana might go up maybe like 7%. It's like, oh, Solana going up, you know what I'm saying? But then I would just remind everybody, this is an illusion. The cryptocurrency market is not doing very well. Bitcoin is consistently doing well. And Bitcoin is so big, it makes it look like the entire market is doing really well. The rest of the market is really struggling. Nothing is at 50% of all-time high. Like, I think ZBEC network is like the only token that's at like all-time high at the time. ZBEC network and Bitcoin. Everything else, not so much. Remember, I kept saying, you will know when it's altcoin season because everything will be up. Like the lowest increase that you will see in altcoins, like Bitcoin will steadily go up. Like Bitcoin will go up, you know what I'm saying, between like 3 and 8% every day. Altcoins will be looking stupid. Like altcoins, like every altcoin will be up 20%. Every altcoin will be up 30%. Some coins will be up 40, 50%. That's when you know it's altcoin season. Like what you could tell, these are people that are not cryptocurrency veterans that have just adopted certain words or just adopted certain talking points or adopted certain ideas and are just saying them, but they're not saying it with any experience. I'm telling you, when you see Ethereum go up 20% in one day, when you see Solana go up 30% in one day, when you see XRP go up 50%, when you see SuiSwap double, when you see the meme coins, like when you see Pepe go up 60% in one day, Dogecoin going up like 90% in one day, that's when it's meme coin season. Or I mean, that's when it's altcoin season. It's not mistakable when it's altcoin season. You don't ask any questions except for, is this legal? You know what I'm saying? When it's altcoin season. Because your cryptocurrency wallet is going to go so crazy, you're going to think something illegal happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I saw $1,500 turn into like $38,000 overnight, and I was scared. And that's not even a lot of money. If that same type of thing happens this altcoin season, man, I'm out to paint. I'm out to paint. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said, I wish altcoin has an actual start date. It does. That start date is when everything is, all altcoins are up at least 10%. And the Bitcoin dominance is like 49%, 50%. That's the date. When those events happen, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how they be like in the prophecies, like, oh, there has to be an eclipse on summer solstice, you know what I'm saying, and winter solstice, and that's when you know what I'm saying? Like, you will know when it's altcoin season. You will not make there will be no mistakes when it's altcoin season. So yeah, bro, I wasn't at home. That was the first time I had ever flown an airplane. I was all the way in Florida. I'm like, man, what? Bro, I was scared. It went from, on Binance, I went to bed, it was 1,500. I woke up, it was 3,800. I said, what the hell? I got scared for a lot of different reasons. I first got scared because I was like, did something crazy happen? Then I got scared. Like, I gotta hurry up and get I gotta hurry up and get my hands on this before it be gone. You know what I'm saying? I gotta hurry up and get this. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get this money real quick. So yeah, I was scared for a lot of different reasons. When the altcoin listen, when altcoin at the amount of accumulation that we have currently, when altcoin season happens, you will know because you will call off work and you will spend a little bit of money like you got it. That's how you will know. I'm trying to tell you, you will know. We haven't, like, we've seen, like, the thing is that we've seen steady increases, right? It's been slow and steady. Like, we've got impressive gains, but we've gotten our gains impressively through a bear market. Like, we were dealing with this during the most ugly time in crypto. And we're where we at now. You know what I'm saying? When that altcoin season comes, you're not going to work that day. Trust me. You're going to feel like when you look at your portfolio, you're going to feel like you're invincible. Shit, I ain't going to work today. And even if I do go to work today, I ain't going to do shit and ain't nobody going to say nothing to me. That you're going to be on that type of shit when altcoin season hit. You know what I'm saying? We got to look at some other coins, some coins that have a lot of value also that's not really talked about. I'm not calling a job. I'm calling off with, forget calling a job with a cough. I'm calling off with a throat. I'm not coming in today. And do you hear my voice? I'm fine. Have a nice night. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just it. I'm not coming to work today. I'll be back tomorrow. But I'm not coming in today. I'm about to damn near have a heart attack looking at my bank account. I ain't got time for that shit. You know what I'm saying? I can only take so much stress. I'm not trying to get stressed out at work and be stressed out at home because I got so damn much money. Shit, I'd be to mess around and had a heart attack and not be able to spend any of it. Shit. Hell yeah, I'm calling out. Y'all gonna have to get somebody else to do this bullshit tonight. Oh man. Yeah, man, they gotta get somebody else. Shit, I gotta keep staring at my cryptocurrency portfolio for the next hour. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep staring at it like I'm in Las Vegas or something. So yeah, it says Bitcoin dominance recently eased to the 59%, 61% range, a threshold where capital historically begins to rotate into large cap altcoins such as Ethereum, Solana, and XRP. That rotation appears to be underway in institutional markets as well. CoinShares reported record weekly inflows into digital asset investment products in late July, totaling 4.39 billion, with Ethereum accounting for 2.12 billion, nearly double any previous weekly inflow. On-chain and derivatives data also reflect a change in positioning. CoinGecko's Q2 report showed perpetual DEX trading volumes hitting a quarterly record of 898 billion, even as centralized spot volumes softened. Market-wide capitalization, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, broke out of a 7-month downtrend in June, reclaiming roughly 900 billion. Good Lord. Kaiko data from Q1 also identified a widening volatility gap between altcoins and Bitcoins, a structural feature common in the early stages of previous alt seasons. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of volatility with altcoins and a little bit more stabilization with Bitcoin. Right. Shout out to Windows and Robb, bro. Facts. Yeah. Hey, look, bro. I'm not coming to work today. I don't know what to tell y'all. Oh, but we need. I'm not coming. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'll be back tomorrow. I can't come today. Yeah, facts. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. How many people have seen those videos? Retire your bloodline on 100 or on 100 XRP. Like, I don't know about all that, but what we got going on, we're gonna be in a good position. You know what I'm saying? So this is it. The current alignment of high search interest, a decline in Bitcoin dominance, elevated inflows to non-Bitcoin products, and increased leverage on alt-heavy trading volumes mirrors conditions seen ahead of major altcoin cycles in both 2017 and 2021. The sustainability of the trend will depend whether Bitcoin consolidates near its highs or reasserts dominance. A decisive move above the mid 60% dominance range would historically blunt altcoin outperformance, while a continued range-bound Bitcoin price could maintain conditions favorable for further rotation into the broader altcoin market. Okay? Yeah. So yeah, man. We got a nice launch pad, right? We got a nice launch pad for altcoin season. Okay. Ah, right. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said, and my picture better stay above the mantle, damn it. I'm on a rice and beans. I'm about to have statues made of myself inside of my mansion. They're gonna be like, oh, this house is haunted. Did you see Grandpa's eyes following us at night? They're gonna be like, the eyes lit up on the statue and they was following me last night. They can take your ass to bed then. You know what I'm saying? She running around the house for at 3 o'clock in the morning. Get your ass in the bed and you wouldn't have seen that shit. Oh man. Yeah, man. So that's it, man. Beastmark Financial flamed Standard Charter for their bogus Ethereum article. And they didn't even come out and say, we miscalculate. They didn't say none of that. They just said, oh, buy some more Ethereum. Like, you know what I'm saying? We had that. We had Ethereum Beastmarked way back in March. You know what I'm saying? Right. Shout out to Carlton. Grandpa making sure the kids don't sell his Bitcoin. Facts. You get the eyes that turn red on the statue if you being bad, and the eyes that turn green on the statue if you behaving. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, more than likely no stream tomorrow. Got a busy day tomorrow. But I honestly might not be able to stream for a while. I might not be able to stream for like Saturday. So by the time I'm able to, I'm gonna try if I can to make some videos. We'll see if I'm able to. Hey, shout out to Brooklyn Queen for feeding the liquidity and buying y'all lunch. I appreciate it. Make sure y'all show Brooklyn Queen some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Brooklyn Queen for funding the organization, feeding the liquidity, and buying y'all lunch.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Is the drop plan? I don't know what's up with StreamYards. Is weird, man. They changed some stuff. I'm not sure if this is working or not.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
So weird, man. Hey, did the let me know, y'all, if the oh, it played. See, it's not even showing that it's playing. See, it's a glitch on here or something. It's not even showing that it's playing.
They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs. Eat the cat, eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
Can y'all? Hey, can y'all hear? Can you guys hear me? I don't know what's going on. It's kind of weird. It's not showing those seconds. It's not showing playing time. It's not showing none of that.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat.
You gotta count the amount of.
They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. Eat the cat.
Seeing red, so don't push me. Ain't Donald Trump trying to grab him by the. Said it was some Haitians somewhere out in Springfield. Women doing cartwheels.
Have you seen Garfield?
Eat the cat.
Have you seen Snowball? This about to snowball.
Hey, are y'all still able to hear me?
I
Like,
can't
am
let
I
this go
talking
on. Miss me like an airball. Tell me where my cat is cough it up like a hairball. I gotta tell them if they even put the fingernail on Santa's little helper to turn them to hamburger helper. Somebody better help them, cause I'm going to jail for showing them fellas helter skelter. Usually I'm content, but if you touch my dog, then I'm turning into John Wick. I'm lit. Bird better drop it. If you touch my pet, then I'm pulling up like CrossFit.
They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. Eat the cat.
It's a shame, it's a pity. Gone overseas where they said Hello Kitty, but it ain't there, it's right here in your city. When I turn my back, now the cat goes missing in the where my peoples is at. Does anybody know where he took when that? Cause I heard they putting claws on felines.
Still playing? I can't even see if it's
just
playing.
like Felix the cat. Got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat. Got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat.
They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Eat the cat.
Drop that cat.
Nah, it's locking the computer up. Oh boy. Hey, can you guys, if you guys can hear me, give me a thumbs up. If y'all can't hear me, give me a thumbs down. Let's see. Oh man, this is ridiculous, man. Task manager. Hey, y'all able to hear me? This is, I'm telling you, StreamYards is doing some very weird stuff. So my apologies if that was all messed up. But StreamYard's doing something strange without no change involved. All right, so shout out to Brooklyn Queen, man. Make sure y'all show Brooklyn Queen some love. I definitely appreciate you. And I'm gonna try to stay on point with the streams and all that. I just haven't had a chance to. Your boy been busy as hell. All right, so I'm gonna try to stay up to date. I'm gonna try to drop videos if I can. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to though, but I'm gonna try. All right. So as always, ladies and gentlemen.
Run for it, run. Yeah, hey, okay, I'm fresh up out the package. Sign my deal, I pay my dues. Affiliated to this paper, I need freedom for my family line. Draw my life design up like fine art. I'm jumping out just an unfamiliar coordinates. Hopped off the porch like I could touch the sky. Red is not one trillion. The ism talk the water out your faucet. Look at me flossing, I'm so wavy, I could change the tide. My intuition sense the hatred in your ways. You imitated, forging lines, claim meaning means that's just to justify. Yeah, right. West side boy, maritime. Creole baby, my bloodline. My look clouded, my thoughts crowded. Say all I see is these dollar signs. Finna make a play and that sound delay. On mamas, I testify. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chase. Looking for the fun, run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the fun, run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the fun, run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the fun. Game recognized game. I'm from the Bay, okay. I'm versatile and my slang's different. I'm lane switching with the same people that I came up in this thing with. My head swivel, I'm homebound. Got a target back on my backside. The cat peeling with the cast iron. Better run for it. Run before I catch you. Niggas out ball it, block it. Trying to stop my blessing. Gamble with your life. Don't bet it, don't bet it. They can't stop my blessing. You do best not to test it. Yeah, you right. Real all in my blood supply. Dig ball up top, finna make a play. I cast a lob like I'm Jalen, baby. No co-signer, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign. If I say it twice, then I meant it right.
My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign. You know, co-signer, no co-pilot. They pip-tiles, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign.
Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the fun. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the fun. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the fun. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the fun.